Right now, 12 minutes, no commercials on TV and on the go on the 12 News app, Facebook and YouTube. Hey guys, it's Tram here. Let's get straight to today's talker. New over the weekend, presidential candidate Mike Bloomberg says if he wins, he won't take his salary. Currently, President Trump doesn't take a salary either. He donates his earnings to federal departments. So we want to know, what do you think? Should the commander-in-chief earn a presidential paycheck? Cast your vote right now at 12news.com/bullhorn or comment down below if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. The results just minutes away. Hashtag most clicked. Here are the stories piquing everyone's interest right now. Questions swirling today surrounding the recent firing of Mesa School Superintendent. 12 News has learned Attorney General Mark Brnovich has received complaints about spending and budgeting by Mesa Public Schools. The Mesa School Board hasn't said why it's trying to remove Superintendent Dr. Ember Conley. An iconic Valley restaurant is mourning the loss of their organist. If you've ever been to Organ Stop Pizza, then you've probably heard the talents of Charlie Baylog. Sadly, Charlie passed away from a stroke this week. He first played at the Phoenix Organ Stop back in 1973. 3 years later, he moved to Michigan and played at a restaurant there for 14 years. And in 1991, Charlie returned to the Valley and began playing at Organ Stop again. Our number 3 most clicked story: Thanksgiving kicks off the holiday season and the start of holiday travel. Almost 27 million people are expected to fly over the next month for the holidays, but a series of security breaches in the last year at Sky Harbor Airport have the TSA on high alert. The TSA is sending out the reminder: if you see something, say something. And speaking of the holidays, financial experts are sounding the alarm about holiday impulse shopping. More than 223 million Americans say they'll purchase gifts this holiday season, even though many expect a recession in the new year. A NerdWallet survey found 37% of Americans think there will be a recession next year, and roughly 48 million people are still paying off credit card debt from the 2018 holiday season. Experts say, as tempting as the deals are, don't buy things just because they're on sale. Checking your pulse on health now, a new study shows that kids as young as toddlers are getting too much screen time. Researchers studied the media habits of nearly 4,000 children. They found 1-year-olds spend an average of 53 minutes in front of a screen, but that increased to more than 150 minutes by age 3. Experts recommend avoiding digital media exposure for children under 18 months and limit it to an hour a day for kids between ages 2 and 5. Many adults are not taking their prescribed heart medication because of the cost. Researchers looked at survey results from more than 14,000 heart disease patients. 1 in 8 said they had delayed filling the prescription, took lower doses, or stopped taking the medication completely for financial reasons. Experts say you should talk to your doctors because not taking the meds may lead to other health issues later on. And bundle up, flu season has come early. The CDC says flu season has seen its earliest start in 10 years. A strain of the flu that's particularly tough on kids is showing up early too, and it's hitting the southeast and southwest the hardest. Experts say the early flu season is even more reason to get the flu shot if you haven't already. 12 News continues with our special series we're calling 420. 4 states to watch in 2020 when it comes to legalized marijuana. All this month, Mark has been traveling to different states to get the facts on what Arizona voters should know about the long-term results of legal pot.
Our journey started in Colorado, ground zero for legalized recreational pot in America. That was on New Year's Day of 2014. Now, more than 5 years later, the Rocky Mountain state has generated more than $1 billion in cannabis tax revenue.
Marijuana was around for decades and decades, and it's still around. It's just that it's now being sold in tightly controlled stores.
After seeing legalization here, it started to spread across the country, taking us on a journey to California, the largest recreational marijuana market in the world.
This is honestly the way it always should be.
With the first cannabis cafe.
I'm very grateful to be here.
Celebrity investors.
We have Miley Cyrus, Chris Rock, Sarah Silverman, just among the many.
And despite legalization, a booming black market.
The taxes really open the floodgates for the black market to operate. It's not a guy in a corner. It's a shop that looks legitimate. However, they are just not operating with the recreational licenses.
Many blame California's high taxes on the continued presence of illegal pop-up shops, leading to busts like these. Still, business is booming, and this green gold rush convinced Illinois to grab a piece of the pie. It was signed into law over the summer, and sales begin January 1st.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry already. I think the state of Illinois saw that our state was missing out on that early rush and wanted to be a part of that new economy.
Their law also includes a social equity component, helping expunge records of those caught up in the war on drugs, and gives minorities a chance to enter the market.
And so folks were being convicted by the droves. And we had a lot of folks incarcerated for not hurting anyone. So I think it is appropriate. And I think that's going to actually set Illinois apart from many of the other states by recognizing that problem. And my guess is you'll see a trend in other parts of the country too.
Well, here on 12 News, we're keeping you safe with an important reminder for anyone frying a turkey on Thanksgiving. The Phoenix Fire Department stopped by to show how frying your turkey could go horribly wrong. Whoa. Obviously, this is the wrong way to fry a turkey, so let's break down just what happened here. Oil has a higher boiling point than water. So when a frozen turkey is dropped into hot oil, the ice begins to turn to steam. The steam expands, causing the oil to boil over, and then the rapid oxygen exposure causes that fiery explosion that you just saw. The way to avoid an outcome like that? Thoroughly defrost the turkey. Allow 24 hours for every 10 pounds the turkey weighs. Also, turn off the flame before putting in the turkey and lower the burden slowly. An urgent health warning as you prepare for your Thanksgiving dinner. Health officials are warning you to be extra careful with romaine lettuce because of an outbreak of E. coli. They say do not eat romaine lettuce grown in Salinas, California. And they say if you aren't sure where it's from, well, don't eat that either. The Food and Drug Administration is investigating the outbreak they say has sickened at least 40 people in more than a dozen states. Let's turn to the forecast. And Crystal, we had a beautiful weekend, but can we expect the great weather to continue for the holidays?
The weather was just heavenly this weekend, so it was only fitting that our sky would be wearing a halo. This is one of our most loved photos from our 12 News weather watcher, Frank, capturing this one in Eager. Just beautiful. Tonight, temperatures chilled down to 45 in Phoenix. We're dropping into the 20s for Prescott and Winslow, but it's teens for Chinle, Flagstaff, and the Grand Canyon. Show low tonight, 24. Tomorrow in Kingman, 47. That's your high in Flagstaff. You're lucky if you bust above that freezing mark. 61 degrees tomorrow in Phoenix. That's 10 degrees cooler than today, and it's all because of a quick-hitting cold front that's knocking back those temperatures, just living up to its name. It's also winding up the winds today, but in the valley, it's another day in Paradise at 71, but you could see the dramatic drop-off. But wait, the mercury falls even further with the next big thing coming and knocking by the middle of the week. It is going to not only bring down the temperatures, but it's bringing in more chances for rain and mountain snow Wednesday night through early Saturday morning.
In other news, Washington Redskins rookie QB Dwayne Haskins made a very rookie mistake on the field Sunday. But first, let me take a selfie. Yeah, you bet. All tied up in the final seconds against the visiting Detroit Lions, Washington's kicker made his fourth field goal of the game, setting up the Redskins for their first home win of the season. While all caught up in the celebration, Haskins ran to the sidelines to take selfies with fans. But the game wasn't even over, you guys. Haskins was supposed to lead the offense onto the field to run the clock out, but when the coaches couldn't find him, well, they sent out the backup QB instead. The team still won, but Haskins is probably getting an earful from his coach this afternoon. Unbelievable. Well, meanwhile, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has been released from a Baltimore hospital. The 86-year-old was hospitalized Friday for a possible infection. A spokesperson for the court said Ginsburg is back in her home in D.C. and she is doing fine. Well, here's your Daily Juice. A big surprise on the Today Show this morning caught the team completely off guard. Take a look.
A friend of ours asked me to let you guys in on a secret. I won't tell you. Well, I'll give you her initials. Her initials are Hoda Kotb, and she's engaged.
What? What? Wow! You kept that a secret.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. A big congrats in order for Today co-host Hoda right there on her engagement to her longtime boyfriend, Joel Schiffman. On the show, Hoda added, almost nobody knew until this morning's surprise announcement, even her own adopted daughters. Well, let's get back to today's talker. This afternoon, we are asking you, should the president be paid? This after presidential candidate Mike Bloomberg says if he wins, he won't take a salary. Currently, President Trump doesn't take a salary. He donates his earnings to federal departments. You've been weighing in, and 67% of you say yes, 33% say no. Keep voting on 12news.com/bullhorn, and those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, comment down below. Well, we're proud to announce our Turkey Tuesday donation drive benefiting St. Vincent de Paul officially underway. It's been going strong for the past 27 years, and you can help support thousands of families in need this holiday season. There are several ways to donate. Text Turkey to 474747 to make a $15 donation. Donate online at 12news.com/Turkey Tuesday, or you can make a donation while at the register at any AJ's, Bashas', or Food City. Time now for the look ahead, the stories you'll be talking about a little later on today. All of your donations for Turkey Tuesday are already being put to use. Crystal will take you along as we get to see firsthand how the community's generosity is making a difference. And that's your 12 at 12, the facts on everything you need to know in just 12 minutes. We're always on, anywhere, anytime on 12news.com, the app, and our socials. We'll see you again here soon. Let's check in with Desiree to see what's next on Arizona Midday. Coming up on